In the slopes of Abadia ranges are humble families enjoying the fruits endeavored by most families in Africa. From clean air to energy to clean food, the serenity here is amazing. However, this is not as much enjoyed by most people in the world as we'll want to. The weather patterns have changed and the climate is not what we used to know. The cleanness of the food we eat is questionable, the air we breathe is less pure, and our lands sadly are failing us.
Even as our population rose, consequently, our food production more often than not falls below demand.
Efforts have been done to improve the situation. In Ishishe, Murang'a County, we meet Lois Mbogo, whose life has been changed by using biogas.
I have really improved. I'm left with some coins in my pocket, and this I can laugh and show a smile. Right now, I'm happy.
Most households in the countryside rely on mainly firewood and charcoal. Their disadvantages outrun their benefits by far. According to the WHO estimates, long-term exposure to ambient particulate outdoor air pollution kills over 4.2 million people prematurely each year, and 3.8 million whose deaths are linked to household smoke produced by dirty stoves and fuels.
LPG was very expensive, and sometimes when it used to rain, I was unable to fetch firewood in good time.
Affordability of LPG is the real deal in most households. The rising of its prices in the near past has seen most businesses, if not households, resort to usage of dirty sources of energy.
A sack of charcoal was costing me 1,500. Yes, so I could use half a bag during that month, and sometimes I was trying to save. I was going and fetching firewood, which was not all that good. Yes.
So, what has the government been doing to spark the spread of the biogas lit fire? George Nyongayo, a principal renewable energy officer and at the State Department of Energy, claims the government is doing its best.
Actually, in the current financial year, we are building 303 biogas units across 20 counties.
A Kenyan household will use 5 hours of their time cooking, costing them between 3,500 to 4,500 shillings per month. Lois has been using biogas to improve her life and the lives of her family members for the past 10 months, and she has a smile to show about it.
Positive things that I can talk about, the waste that comes from the biogas, it is ready to be used in the farm to grow my cabbages and other vegetables. So I'm a happy farmer.
The cost of energy is rising each day, and most people want a sustainable source which is affordable and safe. The establishing of biogas plants in cities is yet to be realized, but there's a start.
We appreciate that biogas can also produce from sewerage. To that effect, we have been targeting schools, more so boarding schools with high numbers and have sewer systems.
The accessibility of biogas to local farmers has changed over the couple of years, and as Nyonga explains, the biogas landscape in Kenya for the past years has been changing drastically.
The absorption has been relatively low right from the start, and some of the barriers have been lack of awareness. There is that high initial cost, and then there's also lack of credit.
And to counter that,
the ministry, the State Department, has been doing biogas promotion since 2016, and to date we have constructed around 1,000 units spread across various counties of the Republic.
Since 1990, more farmers have acquired more knowledge about the old systems, but the main struggle that remained was the quality of the system and the end product. However, with the improving of technology, it's a matter of choosing only.
Now, late 90s, other companies came up with cheaper biogas system, but then not good quality. So most of them. But now, as we speak, now in the 2000, farmers have learned. They have been able now to differentiate between a good system, a bad system.
Yes, we have also had challenges of those who don't construct biogas rightly. There are those who just do it, looking for money, but are not keen to ensure the fine farmer gets a quality product that's a functional biogas. So this have in some instances left a negative image of biogas within certain farmers.
With great power comes great responsibility. After farmers acquired knowledge on biogas, there was a need for them to handle their cows to facilitate biogas production.
Then there was that now challenge of people doing research type of rearing cows. But nowadays, people are doing zero grazing with the knowledge that was brought by the Wazungus, plus now the knowledge that people are gaining over time.
With zero grazing, biogas introduction became easier. Farmers had to stop the free-range system and lock up their cows to collect the waste. With portable digesters being sold, farming activities are now easier. However, this was not the case earlier.
There used to be the systems that were fixed down, whereby you would dig a hole, construct a biodigester using stones, cement, concrete. That was a challenge to many people because it used to be very costly.
Kenyan farmers now have the chance to acquire simple and portable plants like this one. How does one acquire it, you wonder?
We brought something that requires only 2 cows. It doesn't require a lot of money. You only need less than 90,000. And actually, you're not paying the money in full once. You're given at least one deal, whereby you pay as you use the system.
Biogas is well known for its renewable energy, and that's suitable for this time when the climate is changing. However, there's another gift biogas brings to us all that will also play a crucial role in the mitigation. Tree planting is one of the leading pillars in turning around the situation, but after excessive usage of synthetic fertilizers, most soils in Kenya are in the deathbed, with the food importation bill ballooning. These are the same soils that are also being given the same task of supporting the growing of trees.
Why do farmers sometimes experience losses now in relation to condition of the soil? One is if you continuously use the DAP soil, actually it depletes a lot of nutrients from the soil, right?
And let me ask, what mistake do our farmers make in terms of fertilizer?
Farmers depend on one sort of fertilizer. Once a particular company comes to you and they give you this season, year in, year out, they're using that. So this is really affecting the condition of the soil. People are depending on inorganic fertilizer to actually put on their farm, and this is denying the soil a lot of the nutrients that they really need.
And the solution is?
We have organic fertilizer, that is Bio-Slurry. Once you have it, you can use it to plant the napier, any kind of crop that you want.
Organic materials like cow dung, human waste, and kitchen refuse can be fed into biogas plants. For a plant that uses cow waste, a farmer needs a mixture ratio of 1:2 of the waste and water. It is within 30 days that the biogas matter is completely exhausted of the gas and the slurry is given out. The waste from the biogas plant is a good soil reviver and a substitute for the synthetic fertilizers. Elijah Wangeshi, an agronomist, has the eye-opener.
The advantage of Bio-Slurry is one, it helps in the soil structure. To make the soil structure more fine compared to the other synthetic fertilizer. The second, its uptake is immediate.
Bio-Slurry promotes organic farming that directly gives clean food and better plants. Most of the food we eat require heavy usage of synthetic fertilizers to grow, and this has brought some insecurities to the consumers. Bio-Slurry has the solution.
Other than just doing the decomposition manure, this is also the other form of organic farming. So these are substitute, or it's more of the other decomposed manure.
Meet Patrick Mbogo, a dairy farmer in Moranga, as he tells us the change and development in his farm due to the organic fertilizer.
The fertilizer is, to me, it is the best thing that I could get out of biogas, the facility.
As Mbogo continues, he claims that his shamba has changed after having Bio-Slurry.
My napier grass, my brachiaria production, I don't know how many fold. I have not been able to quantify it. Some people say 4 times, but mine, you could only see with the health of the cows, the milk production. Those are the parameters you can use to gauge how good Bio-Slurry is
With the aid of Bio-Slurry, Patrick has been able to introduce new and improved fodder in his farm such as super napier and bracharia. These fodders contain 16 to 18% and 14% crude protein respectively and are crucial in milk production. In Kangema, the soils there are acidic, thereby limiting farmers in food production and making them have to use synthetic fertilizers. However, this changed in Mbogo's farm.
Food production is increasing. That means the soil. A dead soil means no food. A soil that is alive means... So there's something it does to the soil.
According to the dairy farmer, there's no comparison between the synthetic fertilizers and the Bio-Slurry.
Would you compare the results of using fertilizers, the synthetic ones and Bio-Slurry?
Bio-Slurry is much better because it makes the soil to be alive. You can see the production of food. The synthetic fertilizers are very expensive. No, cannot compare. Bio-Slurry is a thing.
And as he continues to give a stern refuse of using synthetic fertilizers, again, Mbogo gives us the benefits of what's on the other side.
I want to make my farm organic.
And the reason being?
Healthier food, better prices for customers who know what you're selling. And I get certification from reliable people. I'm sure to make something.
For the interested farmers who will want to have biogas plants in their farm, the dairy farmer has gotten his own share of experience about Bio-Slurry.
It's heavy and you cannot place it near the farm where you are farming. It has to be at a single point, and that point can be far from where you want to go and use it.
Humans generate over 105 billion tons of organic waste globally every year, releasing harmful methane gas as they decompose. By recycling, biogas can reduce global greenhouse gas emissions by 10% and deliver 50% of the Global Methane Pledge by 2030. However, today only 2% of organic waste is treated and recycled.
Biogas production reduces the emission of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. One way that this happens is that biogas production aids in waste management.
And as Chantal continues, we get to understand the recycling biogas plays in the emissions.
Biogas tends to trap methane and utilize it and produce other better things that can be used in the environment. For example, heat, cooking gas, and many more.
As an alternative to burning polluting wood or fossil fuels for household energy, biogas can help slow climate change, improve global health, reduce agricultural losses, increase energy access, and finally improve people's lives and businesses.
But now if we come in and adapt the production of biogas and in turn use it as a clean source of cooking or clean source of energy, we are going to help in the reduction of these emissions into the atmosphere.
With the use of Bio-Slurry, trees can now do their work on healthy soils. However, is planting trees the only cure to climate change?
No. According to me, I would say that we need to combine practices. And that means that we need to plant trees. But in the process of planting trees, let us also transit from non-renewable energy sources to renewable energy sources.
Kenya is known for having more of its electricity generated from renewable energy, and biogas has the potential of lighting homes in the rural parts, and some have already started using electricity from biogas plants.
We are aware of private individuals who are generating off-grid, that's captive for their own use. We have one at Isinya generating around 90 kilowatts. There are some plants also in Kilifi using Sisal, but so far we've not been involved in doing it directly as the directorate.
The long-term mitigation of emissions in Kenya has already started. However, what should we do now?
Afforestation and reforestation. Also practice sustainable agriculture. And I think we know that agriculture is one of the ways that greenhouse gases are emitted in the atmosphere.
The population is soaring in the urban areas, causing distress to sanitary conditions, avoidable diseases, and deadly emissions in the long run.
The disadvantages of this is that we are exposing the community to a public health crisis. We are going to make them be exposed to waterborne diseases, such as cholera, such as typhoid. And such diseases are taking lives.
Farmers and Kenyans need to know the effects of the actions. When they get to know, it is easier to spot the loophole and deal with the issue.
Creating awareness and educating the society, the community at large. We could form like agricultural groups within the community and just educate our members on some of the implications of our choices and our actions and activities when it comes to releasing greenhouse gases in the atmosphere.
A lot has been said and much will be said, but the most important stakeholder is you. What are your actions from now on?